Business Presentation Assessment 1, written by Miranda Wells. How are employees threatened by change and how can I help them adjust? Before one can help employees of a company adjust to situations of change, they must be able to recognize the forces of change. This includes the nature of the workforce with greater diversity coming into play, increase in faster, cheaper, and more mobile technologies, the global financial crisis, readily available global marketplaces, and social trends. These forces in recent years have increased due to the altering of modern culture, beliefs, and improving the rights of more people. Australia is a diverse country which constantly ranks among the world's top 3 resettlement countries and has resettled 800,000 refugees and displaced persons since 1945. This makes organisations' employee environments in Australia a particularly diverse one. When looking into the global market, Australia's imports are increasing with exports decreasing due to the abilities of organisations to globally outsource products and even more organisations overseas to decrease costs and increase profit. In January of this year, it is reported that exports fell by $945 million and imports rose by $1,088 million. Technology within the workplace has also increased dramatically, changing people's jobs and employment with almost $285.5 billion in revenue from businesses throughout the Internet exchange alone in 2015. These major factors of change can heavily impact an organization's structure and daily workings, which inevitably have significant impacts on employees and their job roles. Once it is known that change is going to occur, is occurring, or has occurred, there are many things that employees feel fearful and uncertain about that ignites a threatening climate for them. Change brings uncertainty about their future as individuals, such as if they still have a job, if their job roles and requirements will be altered negatively, if the change is rapid and unexpected, such as the global financial crisis, it can be threatening for employees. Furthermore, how the change was announced, implemented, and how employees are supported or not supported through this time can have a massive implications on whether the employees feel threatened and fearful. For example, in the local community, Avondale School received a new principal with Dr. David Fall retiring at the end of 2016. This brought about ample amount of uncertainty and fear amongst staff about what new changes might come into play and how the general runnings of the campus and curriculum might be altered. Resistance to change is a natural state and essential in understanding any processes of change. Forms of resistance can either be overt and immediate or implicit and deferred. Overt forms of resistance can include voicing complaints and engaging in job actions, which is a positive form of resistance as it is clear and out in the open about what the resistance is. Implicit and deferred change can be much more detrimental to the production and success of a company. This includes increased errors and mistakes, increase in absenteeism, and loss of loyalty and motivation by employees. There are many ways an organisation and managers within an organisation can assist people in adjusting to change. There are change agents who act as catalysts and take on the responsibility of managing activities that are relating to the change of an organisation. Furthermore, there are many strategies to overcome the resistance to change. This includes education and communication, showing those affected the logic behind the change in the hope of them building an understanding and accepting the change. Participation in the decision process of the change allows employees to feel they have a voice and are being heard. This allows the change to occur much more smoothly as they have participated in the decision for the change. In some cases, counselling, therapy, and new skills training may be needed. This can occur in large changes where a company may be downsized or a department's job role may be altered completely. If change is implemented unfairly and inconsistently across the board of a company, there can be major overt and implicit resistance seen, resulting in a reduction of productivity. Consistency and procedural fairness is key. Unethical strategies to assist people adjust include manipulation and coercion. Manipulation can include spinning a piece of information to gain cooperation and productivity from employees. Coercion is using direct threats and force to make employees accept the change. Neither of these choices are good choices when looking long term in regards to helping people adjust, as eventually they will see the deception and employee dissatisfaction will rise. Making the change process easily adjustable for employees means working through the appropriate stages. Kurt Lewin's three-step change model allows employees the necessary time to adjust to the change within the necessary parameters. This involves unfreezing the driving and restraining forces that hinder movement and direct behaviour to a certain way. Making the changes within this period, then refreezing will allow employees time to adjust. The refreezing process involves stabilizing the change by balancing driving and restraining forces. Following on from Lewin's theory, John Nodder expands on this, developing an 8-step plan to allow a smooth adjustment of employees to organisational change. This includes establishing a sense of urgency, forming a coalition, creating a new vision, communicating that vision, empowering others by removing barriers to the change, creating and rewarding short-term achievements of goals, consolidating, reassessing and adjusting, and finally reinforcing the changes. Through the education, strategies and input of relevant theories, a manager or organisation is able to assist employees adjust to inevitable changes throughout the growth of an organisation. Following on from this, here is a list of references that I used throughout the presentation. Thank you for listening.